Good afternoon, good people. St. Louis Organics presents Montez at midday. How is everyone doing on this What It Do Wednesday edition of the show? Hope all is doing well and want to thank you again for tuning into the show. As usual, how we doing, good people? How we doing in the building? How's everyone doing in the building? How we doing? We all right. Everything gonna be okay. We got this. I'm with you, home team. Stay with me, boss. All those cliches are coming into play more and more, or the more and more I think about it, for sure. If you have had not the chance to visit or check out the website, please feel free to do so by visiting www.dremontez.com. Got high fives in the building. Chest bump. Let's hug it out. Oh. Mm, mm, mm. Gotta hug it on out for sure. If you are celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you're celebrating an anniversary, happy anniversary to you. If you're celebrating the fact you finally got a car or you're getting your own place and you've been through the point of saving, grinding, lighting a candle at both ends, doing what you got to do to get a ride or to get your own place, congratulations to you. You deserve it. If you just had a baby, congratulations to you for sure. If you're moving out of state, if you got a promotion at work, damn it, if you got a job, here's to you. Congratulations. You deserve it. All right. Stay hydrated, kids. Did you get your walk in today? Did you get your daily dose of exercise in today? All righty, for sure. Our pillars of the day. Don't let it go. Ignore them. Give it time. Don't compete. Stay calm. It's on you. And laugh. That laughing is something I did really, really good this morning on watching the shows that I watch on a daily basis, it seems as though, but they were very, very comical this morning for sure. They definitely had that in common this morning. They were very, very comical. All right. It still is time to get some work done. You filed the unlimited way. Call 844-563-1040 or stop by 709 North Euclid. Unlimited taxes and more. 844-563-1040. Stop by 709 North Euclid. All righty, good people. Yes, I got Willie here with me today. Willie is in the building. Willie is definitely in the building. If you're following us on Facebook, thank you so much. If you follow us on Instagram, appreciate it. YouTube, appreciate it. Twitter, already in the building. There you go. Thank you for your feedback, your testimonials, your constructive criticism, the cussing out. I like the ones that go off on me. I like those a lot. They really do. Sometimes you need that. You need that little push. I tell you one thing. Since I've been on this little diet situation, I've tried different waters. Have you tried a bunch of different waters out there? I'm trying this Icelandic right now, and it's pretty damn good. But I've tried a bunch of different waters out there, a whole lot of different waters. Not just talking plain water, not flavored, not with the fuzz and all, just water itself. There's some good water out there, it really is. But get that walk in today if you need to today for sure. We're definitely going to do an afternoon walk. It is definitely beautiful outside here in South City for sure. Lots of things to get into on today's show. And also, as today we're doing our podcast, Who's to Blame? And on that podcast episode, we'll be doing that live today. Live streaming podcast today at 2 p.m. At 2 p.m., we'll be going live with Who's to Blame, the podcast. And we're going to talk about one of the most exciting days that I look forward to every year in the world of sports. It is one of the sports holidays, so to speak, that I look forward to, that being the NFL draft. I don't want to get too much into it, but this is the closest I've been to what the draft is being held at. What's going on, my brother from Washington State? This is the closest I've been to the actual place where the NFL draft is taking place at, as it is taking place in Kansas City, Missouri. And I tell you, it hurts. It's painful. It's going to be painful to watch it, but at the same time, it's going to be a joy to watch the NFL draft tomorrow. If you're excited about the draft, share your celebrations. Go, who's your team? What you expecting your team to do in the draft? You can leave your comments here, and we'll follow back on those as the draft is taking place tomorrow. Or maybe you get a chance to show off. You're upgrading your man cave. The draft is the time to do it. If you made any type of upgrades to your man cave, why not show it off now? Or this is the best time to do some demo work in your man cave that you're upgrading. Why not do it over the mess watching the draft? You can get real creative watching the draft when you get with your brothers or your ladies or your group that you watch football with during the year. But the draft is tomorrow. Most exciting time in sports to me. All righty. Let's get on into the show. As we all know, I watch a lot of different things on television. Sports to movies. If it's anything I find interesting, I share it back with you guys to the best of my ability without spoiling it for you. But at the same time, I'm learning something myself. So it's a little bit of excitement both ways when it comes to that. So on Paramount, no, on Prime. I watched this on Prime. Children's author, adult novel writer, Judy Blume has a documentary. And it comes out in perfect time because of the movie, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Or Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. And this documentary was very informative. If you've never read any Judy Blume books, just Google it. I'm quite sure. But I had no idea. First of all, she was a stay-at-home mom. She had 2 kids, a son and a daughter. Her kids really didn't know what she did. She didn't have an office the way people have an office in their home now, away from the kids, away from the family. They want some quiet time. They want a professional looking setting, but she just had just a little area with a typewriter. That was it. That was it. Where the magic happened to come out at. In the beginning, I guess at that time, you had to have that discussion. If you're going to start doing something, how is this going to affect the family? She was a stay-at-home mom, but her husband and her didn't want the routine to change. So she assured him that the routine would not change. And it pretty much didn't. But along the way, as she started writing books and then made a name for herself, the people in her own damn neighborhood, are you still writing those little old books? Oh, Judy, she's a little writer. They tried to minimize her back then, her own friends. So when people tell you today, you still doing your little old job, you tell them, yes, proudly, you still doing your little old job. But back to Judy Blume. Reading these books as a kid, and then she also tells you how was she able to reach back and write as though from a child's mind. You need to watch to find out how she's able to do that. But in that process, what she was telling and what they were showing in the documentary was the kids' interpretation of her books. And I don't remember that, how impactful, how meaningful her writing was to 10 to 13-year-old girls. Had no idea. Had no idea. And some of these kids wrote her letters. They wrote the author. And yes, Judy Blume answered some of these kids. And yes, some of those kids in the documentary who wrote her a letter. She even went to one of the kids' graduations from college. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Judy Blume documentary is something else. As one little girl put it, it was the first book that expressed female masturbation to her, and she didn't feel bad. She was like, oh my God, there's other people out there like me. Had no idea from a woman's perspective in reading Judy Blume from the age of 10 to 13 how important her books were at that time. And then for some reason, I totally forgot what happened in 1980 when it came to reading books and what Judy Blume did that was impactful on that, what is still meaningful today. But check out this Judy Blume documentary. It's blown away. It blew my mind. I've read several of her books, but I had no idea how impactful she was to adolescent teens and adolescents to the teens, especially the women. Had no idea. But her books opened up things and talked about things that age group was thinking about, I had questions about, and it was in the book. It was in the book. But check it out if you get a chance, for sure. And she emphasized something I totally agree with. Writing is therapy. I know a lot of podcasts, but I want to know how many podcasters that I know of write. Actually do their, not just notes. I'm telling, actually do some actual writing. I'm telling you, it is, whether you use the material or not, I think writing is just another form of easing the mindset to me. It's very therapeutic. So I agree with Judy Blume said, but check out that Judy Blume documentary. It is something else. Oh, that water is so good for you. Oh, it's so good for you. Okay. A lot of football talk going on. A lot of football talk. There's been a lot of football talk going on for various reasons on the collegiate level. This NIL deal, transfer portal, all of that is out there to think about. Whether you agree with the transfer portal, you call it the kid being chicken shit, they're afraid of competition, they want to go somewhere where life easy for them. I mean, however you view the transfer portal, they made it okay. If these kids are using it, okay. So what that Colorado, the Buffaloes, sold out the spring game, televised it on ESPN, $10 a ticket, 50,000 people. They've already sold out the tickets for next year's game. Not this season, next year. Colorado. I was a Colorado fan in the days of Mike McCarthy when he was the head coach. When Cordell was there. Yes. Rashad Salam. Yes. Eric Public the enemy. Yes. Charles Johnson. Yes. I was a fan of Colorado Buffaloes then. And to see this program get to turn around and the clicks that it is getting in this short amount of time is just wild to me. But the simple fact that 18 kids are in the transfer portal after that spring game. You know the situation going into any D1 program is not going to be easy anymore. That's why I'm glad the transfer portal is there. Before it wasn't there. Look at all the wasted talent that we never got a chance to see until they got to the NFL, if they hung around to even play in the NFL. But some form of fashion, we saw wasted talent being exposed, whether they played arena football, the XFL, that World Football League that was out there for a minute, or even Canadian Football League. We're starting to see now what happened to athletes who did not get the opportunity to play due to the fact there was no room. If I transfer, I'm going to lose a year of eligibility. Nobody wanted to put that out there. So now with all these different rules and regulations, which I think are even more beneficial for today's athlete to, quote unquote, be who they want to be, play under their rules and regulations and circumstances, okay. It's open. And you still got people pissed off. Has the transfer portal hurt your collegiate program? Has it? Has it hurt it or helped it? I don't think the data is out there yet on the programs that it is hurt or hurting or trying to hurt. Now, we saw it a little faster shift in basketball. We saw that in the NCAA tournament. We saw the advantages of the transfer portal athletes that played in that tournament. They showed us. They gave a breakdown. Very successful rate. Okay. In football, I'm thinking this may take a little time. A little bit of time to get some real proven numbers that can go out here and be useful in the recruiting process, or this is why I think the transfer portal really works. I think we're getting even more killed of competition than ever before, and that's what we wanted. It got to a point we were seeing one-sided. We're seeing 1 to 6 teams that we can count on every year being good to root for on a collegiate level. But to get up to about 20 teams each year that look like they got a shot, I'm liking that. Those are better odds and better ratings for the NCAA. What's up, my man Reagan? Y'all playing at Forest Park. My man Reagan right there. Tune in. Let me know what a softball tournament going on Saturday. Unfortunately, I'm attending a wedding this Saturday, so I will not be able to attend the softball tournament on Saturday at all. And Sunday, we've got to kind of tally down what really happened in the NFL draft right there. So do you like what Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, has been doing since he's been on the collegiate level from Jackson State to here? Since he's been involved on the collegiate level of coaching, I think what he has done for the sport has just been magnificent. I think the blueprint that he's laid out for others, whether it be a coach, whether it be a school or a university or a program, here's things that can be done, that can be tried, but you can also tell the community must be involved as well. You got to get the community involved. You can't just put your hand out when you want some damn money for show. You just can't do that. You can't do that for show. You definitely can't do that. Not at all. Not at all. But I like what he's doing and what he's brought the attention to on the collegiate level. I tell you one thing for sure. We have learned how to do things the right way when we want attention in a positive way versus bringing attention in a negative way to a situation that we don't agree with or agree with on the collegiate level, whether it's the men or the women. Some way or another, it has been shared and talked about. What's up, my man Vinny from Boston? My man Vinny. So Vinny and I are going to do a cooking show. He's going to cook and we're going to talk. We're going to talk about what he's prepping up and whatever topics we can go with to go with that food. And we're going to break bread right there on camera. That's going to be a lot of fun. I know you're talking about, Dre, we've seen cooking shows before. This is not going to, it's not going to be like other cooking shows. That's what everybody says, Dre. Trust me, it's not. Have a little fun with it for sure. Speaking of a little fun, One of the advertisers on the show, the Wood Shack in Soulard, has moved to 1731 South 7th Street. Again, the Wood Shack in Soulard has moved to 1731 South 7th Street in Soulard. Congrats to Chris and Hope. Thank you guys again for being continued advertisers on the shows that we have going here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Don't forget to visit the website, www.dremontez.com, to get you caught up on everything going on around you and I, for sure. Of course, the NBA playoffs cannot let us down, can they? The NBA playoffs has had everything that a Lifetime television show could have, or program. You name it, it has happened in these playoffs. Either in the game or in the stands with the fans. What is going on with the fan interaction? Hell, I think it's across sports. Yeah, I think it's across sports. I really do. I get the boo and the yelling, but flipping the bird, talking about their personal life, I guess to each its own. I don't know what that athlete did to you. Maybe that's a better question. What did he do to you? Show me where he touched you. I mean, I just don't understand what is going on, why you are that mad. These tickets are not fucking cheap where you sitting at. Nothing that you have in front of you was cheap. Those are not the giveaway seats. So what is going on at this game? Tell me what happened. We're going to start from the beginning. You go first, Tyrone. Felicia, you next. And Sarah, you go third. Now, everybody tell me what happened. I think that's what we need to do. Because just watching the replays and the highlights is not enough. Or fans going to the game already pissed off. Could that be it? Tell you what, if you're going to an NBA playoff game or NHL hockey game, playoffs, tell your job you need a half day to ensure you don't get into it at the sporting event. How about that? We're going to write that down. We're going to get that in writing somewhere. Dre said, I just don't understand it. Is it too much testosterone in the air when the games are starting with the fans? Now these players. Well, we already got the news. Kawhi not Leonard. His right meniscus. I have so many questions about Kawhi Leonard. I have so many questions about Anthony Davis, Giannis, Joel Embiid. I want to sit in a circle with those athletes and just say to them, tell me what you think the problem is. Go. I want you to tell me. Is it practice? Is it the trainers? Is it the drugs? Is it the schedule? Is it the lighting in the arena? Is it the shoes? Is it the color of the uniforms? What is it? Yeah, I just don't. I just want to see a competitive NBA basketball game with no drama. NBA refs. Again, we're on this question. This time, look at the board. What does the question say? What is a foul? Thank you. Thank you. What is a foul? I swear, it seems like we're watching the YMCA League playoffs with NBA uniforms. Everybody call their own foul. Everybody call their own foul. I don't know what a foul is anymore. What's a flagrant one? What's a flagrant two? Explain. What's recreational weed? What's medical weed? They just making up shit to create financial income for them. They just making up shit. Flagrant one, flagrant two, ejection. I miss Jordan. And I miss Kobe time basketball. This right here is getting too soap opera-ish. They don't want to talk to reporters. They do talk to reporters. They mumble talk. Everybody wearing shades. Everybody wears a jersey during the game. Don't wear a shirt after the game with a jean jacket on. What is going on? What? I find it better. I think it's better for the soul to watch all NBA games with the volume down. You'll thank me later. Just try to watch it with the volume down. It is. I mean, it's been some good games, great moments. That game last night, Ice Tray. And then why, when you know you fouled a guy, why would you look at the camera or the big screen like, I didn't make a foul? You didn't see all the evidence is here. You can't do that. It's called a foul. Some things I don't get, some things I don't get. Okay, all right. NBA, fantastic. Go Lakers, go Lakers, go Lakers. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Major League Baseball. I think you've struck a chord with the St. Louis Cardinals baseball fans as a nation as a whole. Whoever designed those uniforms last night for the Giants in that Cardinals game matchup should be fired. That's a PR stunt nightmare. Whoever did that shit, that's wrong. That was atrocious. That was ill-advised. That was wrong. Should not be done. But for some reason, Cardinal Nation and fan base think we have a bad team not living up to its possibilities or even to their own capabilities so early in the season. We do this every season. Every season we got bad pitching. Oh, the coach is horrible. Oh, blown saves. You had 6 blown saves. It's not even out of the month of April yet. Hey, it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. Look across baseball right now. Look across the board. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Look at the money we spent. Okay. Now compare that against everybody else. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. To me, it's the way that the Cardinals lose games. It's certain teams I don't like when we play them. I don't like going out on the left coast. You call it the West Coast. I call it the left coast. Because the games end at 2 o'clock in the damn morning. Old people time. Anything after 9 o'clock is too damn late to be watching sports in my book. Anything, I mean, it's just way too late. It's just, NBA is not helping. You had to be shitting me. And then throw hockey in there. What in the fuck is going on? You're not going to bed at 2:30 tops if you watch all that shit that come on West Coast time zone. They get us. They get us in this time zone. They do. But baseball as a whole right now, with the rule changes, certain players that are healthy and not healthy right now, Max Scherzer's ejection. Let's talk about that. Max Scherzer ejection. Did you think that was warranted or not? Or did Max just go too damn far? Did he go too far? As they all say, if you're not cheating, you're not trying to win. And we all know how competitive Major League Baseball players are, and managers. And managers, can't forget that. But what Max Scherzer got caught with, that's a little bit too excessive. If you read what they said, and they broke it down on the MLB network, this could be one of those situations where I think maybe old Max has gotten away with this before. if they keep looking at this now. Because we all know when sports investigate, it's coming. If you don't believe me, talk to those guys gambling in the NFL. It clearly states you are not you're prohibited from gambling, period, as a professional athlete, especially on your own sport. Who idea was this? Who idea was this? You remember you were a kid and everybody, y'all got in trouble? And the one parent would say, who idea was this? And everybody would point to the one kid, Tyrone. You know they was sitting around getting high. Hey, man, we need to try to flip that money. That's a nice little game coming up this weekend. Shit, I'm down. Let's go ahead and do it. All right, let's do it. These are two things I know for sure in the world of sports. Anything you do at an NBA game in the arena is on camera. Anything you do if you play or work in the NFL that pertains to gambling or prostitution, they're going to find out. They already know. They already know. I'm telling you, the NFL are some of the nosiest fucking people you could think of. I mean, everybody claims they dated somebody nosy. No, you have not. Talk to a former NFL player about how nosy the NFL is, especially if they had a household name. Lord have mercy. It's a different world. It really is. That celebrityism and professional athletes, it's a different world we cannot understand. But we're so hard to criticize when they don't do what we think they should do. When we hear the phrase low back sprain, players out on miss the game. Oh, that weak son bitch. We don't know how excruciating that pain is for them, but we automatically go right for the jugular when they are not playing. But we actually see athletes who are really, really hurt according to us. Then we get in our feelings. Oh, damn. Oh, that's sad. Oh, shit. Because we physically see it, that type of injury, we have more, I guess, compassion for those than we see somebody out with a low back strain or muscle soreness or gluteal contusion. We automatically go right to the point of them being weak or soft. They don't want to play. They don't want it bad enough. Do you have to play injured and hurt to prove the naysayers wrong in their eyes to play a particular sport or game? No. I think if you can play, you should play. If you're not feeling, hey, don't feel it. I tell my friends that work for other people in the working world that go into buildings and wear uniforms for other people, I tell them all the time, if you don't feel up to it, don't go. Because you're gonna make somebody else have a bad fucking day. How many of you at one point in time have went to work and you knew you were not in condition to be at work and you end up making somebody else mad at work? Raise your hand. We've all done it. I see you back there, Chris, Steve. I got you. All right, Bob, I got you. Michelle, way to kick in. Okay. Everybody has been there. But when we flip that and we put it on our athletes and they get out there and make matters worse, now we're really pissed. I want all athletes to play 100%, not 85, not 92. Hell, not even 99%. Give me 100. Give me 100%. I want it all. I want it all. Maybe these damn documentaries have made me feel more compassion and understanding for today's athlete, or even yesteryear's athlete, for the way I used to badmouth them and the way I thought about them and the way I felt about them. It doesn't matter what I think and feel. It doesn't matter. It's all about how they feel. Whoa, coachable moment here by Montez. Coachable moment. All right. And now, if you haven't seen it yet, I'm not going to spoil it for you. Tupac, Dear Mama on Hulu. Look here. There is nothing anyone can tell me again about Tupac Shakur. Nothing else. No one else can tell me. No more. No. 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 It's like the Chicago Bulls documentary over COVID. There's nothing you can tell me again about MJ. There's nothing you can tell me again about Tupac after seeing this documentary. Woo. Woo. Hands down. Hands down, his mama put her foot in this thing. It's one of those documentaries where, you know how people always saying, don't believe nothing nobody tell you about me unless you hear it from me or my mom or my dad. This is one of those things. You're going to hear it from me about my son. What a beautiful, well-told story of 27 years of life that I still find fascinating. There's nothing I can tell you probably haven't seen as far as pictures that's in the documentary, but I'm quite sure there's some stories that you've never heard. And this documentary really, really hits it on home with this one here. And it's well done. You know, it's coming out right around Mother's Day. It's one of those, just, you know, when people say this phrase all the time, such a young person, way before their time, and so talented. How many of you have told somebody that before in everyday life, or know someone like that? They're very young, but wise. You feel as though they had to either be here before, or they from some other place. Their energy, their aura, just something about them. And the way, not just in this documentary, this is probably my 10th Tupac documentary. Every documentary I've seen. It's just not always people in music and television that spoke well of him, that spoke of him. But they all said the same thing. His aura, his energy, there was something about him. I never heard no one speak that way to people. This young lady said, this man was my age and spoke to me like my grandfather. Deep. Deep. Not talking down, but speaking up to the moment and the situation. Deep. That's how that documentary is. Powerful. Powerful documentary. Do yourself a favor and check it out. Check it out. Job well done. And again, if you follow Tupac, I want you to pay close attention to the people that are involved as far as the credits are concerned, before and after. It's going to blow your fucking mind who's involved with this. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Not at all. If you just tuned in late to the show, we talked about Judy Blume documentary. Oh, Judy Blume. Trey, what you doing watching Judy Blume? I read Judy Blume as a kid. Check it out. And writing is great therapy. Coach Prime is doing some amazing things at Colorado right now. What was pulled off last week financially and the story that broke later will simply blow your mind. Not only this season, but they sold out next football season. They had a spring game on Saturday that was sold out and televised on ESPN. How much? $10 a pop. How many people? 50,000. Cha-ching. And also, I let you know that the Wood Shack in Soulard Their new location is 1731 South 7th Street. Congratulations to Chris and Hope. They are proud advertisers on the shows here. So, again, check them out today. 1731 South 7th Street. The Wit Shack in Soulard right there. NBA playoffs, Cardinal baseball, playoff hockey. Insane. It is. You don't know what's going on, but you just want to yell at the TV. You want to be in the stands. You want to be outside in the square yelling with the people. Man, hockey is something else. It definitely is. And, of course, got Major League Baseball going on. Major League go-karts. Hey, no matter what, we got to stick together. We cannot do this without each other. Please keep that in mind. 2 p.m. today, we'll be doing Who's to Blame the podcast live on our Facebook page, Who's to Blame, Twitter at W2B Dre Montez, YouTube Dre Montez as well. They're going to be doing that at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time today. I want to thank you folks for tuning into today's show. It's been a pleasure. It's been a lot of fun. As I said, I'm excited about tomorrow. The draft. Who isn't excited about the draft? Lots of people not afraid about that draft. Okay, kids, enjoy your day. And as Willie and I like to say, don't forget to appreciate the details of the day. Until next time, we'll talk to you later. Holla and peace. Don't ba-da-da-dum, dump, dum, bum, 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 da-da-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-da-da-bum, bum, bum, bum.